We have got quite a view here, haven't we? I can't wait to expand it even further. It feels so good to finally have a real place to hang our hat and feel like home. Although, do we have to still call it Danielle's bed? I mean, I'm the only one that's ever rested my head on this pillow. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Subnautica Below Zero. And I've kind of been rushing a bunch of new discoveries because Alan just keeps throwing them onto my PDA and HUD. But I think we need to revisit a couple of places we've already been. I mean, how many times have we turned away from some new biome or discovery only because we didn't really have the means to go as deep for as long as we'd like to? Of course, we can't forget that having access to the moon pool means that we can now customize our equipment. So let's see what we can do with Yield Sea Truck. There is a certain color scheme that I always went with in the last one. So now we can make you that nice bright blue shade with a stripe of, where do we put that? Oh, that's like that's the opacity. The big bright stripe of orange, if we can find just the right spot. As for the interior, you know we gotta have it in dark mode, right? And because you are a big, loyal beast of burden that gets us where we need to go and carries all our stuff with us, we shall dub you Patience. There we are. And I believe if we run around to the other side, we can see that name reflected. Let's go. I can't lie, I do become sort of paralyzed when there's so much to be done, especially when I have a limited amount of time to record each episode. But this thing is energized, and we are... Oh, you know what, actually? First of all, I really like the dark mode interior, especially with the bright blue outside and how much it contrasts. This game is a screenshot desktop generator. We should probably charge up the prawn independently. It's a bit of a delay, but it's still something we should do. Let's just make sure that you can dock with this. You can.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Meantime, I do potentially have an errand we can run. And it's something I've wanted to get going for a while. I'm only noticing it now because I've noticed that our food is becoming an issue, and for once in this save, we don't have a nutrient block to bail us out. If we were to take, say, an exterior grow bed and put it right on the platform here, I wonder, hang on, I'm cooking with this one. Look at that! Look at that mountain underneath that planet's moon. Actually, it's kind of funny how even though we're in a completely separate part of the world, we're still underneath that same sky feature. I mean, I suppose it's all the things that seem so obvious and simple that are the most striking when you really take it in and notice them. If we take the last of these shrub nuts, which don't seem to have... And maybe they've regrown. We can probably go and put those in said grow bed, right? Where are we heading? Right this way. Oh, those lights. Lights are a beautiful thing when you realize that a world without human society is mostly dark. Actually, that's not really the case below the waves. We can probably put you guys in here. Thank you very much. I come right here. Can I place you? I actually can. I'm a little surprised that I actually can. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. But if not, I'll just eat it later and try again with something else. I could... If we can make them as inefficiently as this, just kind of build a dedicated room for it. But as it stands, we have got plenty of water. I should actually start looking to nearby fish as a food source. After all, they are edible, and we do need a use for all this tons of salt. How do you guys feel about being eaten?
Discovered.
Really, I was pretty sure I had already scanned you. This technically isn't our first time eating fish, because we had those that were cooked by the thermal vents below. Which means that there technically is no threshold being crossed, no moral event horizon. Which means we're all good in the eyes of God. Plus 23 food, minus H2O. But that keeps us going pretty well. Alright. Let's hope that's not too much of an affront to this world. Now, when I think of depth and missed opportunities, I can't help but think of the mining base that was around the back of this island. So let's follow this ridge around this way, and we should be able to locate it fairly easily. There was a piece of alien technology down there that we could re-enable the beacon for, but let's test our navigation skills for just a while. And hopefully avoid the giant shrimps. I still haven't been able to get a good scan of them. I have to build the stasis rifle. I hadn't seen how deep this is from this perspective. Weird to think we're only about 150 meters down. Yeah, at this rate, we might have to enable that navigation. Something's taking bites out of us. Yep. As far as I know, there's really no way to evade these things in the sea truck once they're chasing you. They'll get their 6% no matter what. There's a little gap down here. Maybe that's something? Did I say little? I meant absolutely huge. Now, I know that the entrance was down at about 300 meters. But we may have found something else entirely. There's definitely something here. Nope, this is it. This is it. And Mr. Rock Puncher is already hanging out guarding the entrance. Thanks for keeping it safe for me, buddy. We'll take it from here. Now, the sea truck unfortunately couldn't get through there. But the prawn sure can. Oh, right. You know why I thought it was that deep? Because 150 meters was the maximum depth of the sea truck at that time. Let's go. Oh, right. The elevator isn't working. Guess we'll have to call a technician or do something awesome. Is there any way to get that vertical thrust to go downwards? Anyway, it may be somewhat dark down here, but the thing that saves us is we can always just follow the rails. Wait, did I just see you pull something up from the ground? Oh! Okay, you will aggressively defend your territory. Can I pick up what you put down, so to speak? Ah, we can! You pull up solid materials that we can break open, presumably something of a mystery box. Alright, well, I have a feeling we'll win that punch fight, but I'm not actually looking to get into a boxing match with you. There's a bunch of you. The alien artifact was over there, but the main mining pit was in this direction. You know, if this really goes very far, it may even be worth it to construct a new temporary base here. What are you looking at? Ooh, a vein of titanium. I wonder if we could actually drill this if we had the appropriate arm. There we go. And there we go. Might as well stock up on stuff while we're here, right? No reason to go up empty-handed. Oop. Okay, it's just posturing. You don't seem to be trying to get at me. Actually, you guys eat the rock grubs. So maybe that glow ability is actually not the best adaptation ever. You know, I really thought this went down a lot further. Seems like we're pretty much at the end of our rope here. Well, no matter, there's plenty of other places we can explore while we're at it. Oops. Ah, that's an anticlimax. Unless, what's over here? Ooh, maybe we're not done yet. Hang on, let's climb on top of this netting. Unfortunately, in the prawn, we can't look directly upward. Ooh. But there is more to see. I think we're inside the mountain now. Hang on. What are these outcrops here? Yes, okay. If we can get our hands on a bunch of lead, we've always had a shortage. There's plenty of silver. There we go. It's used in so many things. Alright, moving on. Now this is the kind of thing the prawn was meant for. Energy efficient, able to maneuver in tight spaces. Able to do what it needs to. Sure, I guess we might as well take titanium while we're at it. Can you fit through here? You might be a little tall. Nope, you made it. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. God, I love the prawns so much. Creature egg. You know what? Let's start collecting these. Evidence suggests that a substantial number, if not all, of the local species reproduce through egg laying. Eggs can be found resting on the seafloor, buried beneath detritus, or even wedged into cracks in the rock. Different species likely favor different biomes as their nesting grounds. Eggs discovered in the wild are in some form of natural stasis, likely awaiting ideal conditions in which to hatch, or the delivery of some vital enzyme which will kickstart the process. It is impossible to calculate the species of the egg from the exterior. However, it may be possible to stimulate a hatching response if the egg is relocated to a suitable alien containment unit. We can even have one in the back of our sea truck if we so choose. Lead. Sure. Not really worth the space. This has to be leading somewhere, right? And if anything can survive this intense heat, it's the prawn. I don't even have any reason to be here, as far as I know, but I've got to check it out somehow. Nope, there is more. Like, I just keep viewing this from the perspective of there's gotta be some reason why we can come here. Yep. We are now at 111 meters. Multiple ways to drop back down. You know what? I think I know where this is going. I think I know precisely where this is going. Can we just barely squeeze through? Oh, this feels wrong. Up. And please no bunk. We bunk. Oh, but there is a way. Yes! I think this is where we got the sea truck before. This was as low as we could get it. Ah, that is so cool to see this come full circle. So, one thing I like is that there's actually multiple ways to find each location. You know how in Skyrim, every dungeon has like a back door that only opens once you've completed it? This way, it may be hard to find, but it is there. And now would be a great time for us to jump onto the scene too. See, take that, lady. We can do it ourselves. And see how our garden is coming. You guys are still growing. You'll take a while, but that's fine with me. Look at you. You even sit down, all politely waiting. Okay. That jump jet isn't nearly so great on this side of the water. But you know what? I've actually just realized we never really explored the island fully. We've never been down this pathway, for instance. Look at me now, guys. Who's laughing now? Wow, these guys really just do not care at all. This one's even approaching. I'm sorry, are you posturing at me? Or maybe they think I'm their mom. Maybe they're waiting for me to dump ground up fish guts into their mouths. Could I become an emperor penguin of sorts? Alright, you guys hang around. I may raise an army of you later. Why does it feel so appropriate to be trudging uphill in a snowstorm in this thing? I think this might be my version of, like, gender euphoria. Anyway, where's... Oh, there's some things over here that I want. Can hop up here with a quick burst. Oh wow, that is a small gap in the rocks. Couldn't have lowered yourself a bit first? Battery? Look at that, you even stood up to get out of the way. Wait. Okay, I can still get in. Disinfected water. Do we have a nutrient block? Thank you! You just extended this trip by a ton.
Vital signs stabilizing.
We'll actually wait until we need you. What is back here in the meantime? First of all, some minerals. Hello, is that some kind of beacon? Maybe that's what led us here in the first place? Wait, we can't seem to crawl under there, but there are diamonds. There's all kinds of minerals that just shouldn't be here. Wait, did I just see something I could scan? I could have sworn. I can scan you. Hang on, wait, hang on. No. Don't go anywhere, please. Skyray. No, come on, don't be a cave bat. You're a sea creature at heart, like a seagull. I guess you're versatile. Don't fly into the rock, making you impossible to scan. Oh, there's one. Ah! They are behaving in a very glitchy fashion in here. Wait, is this some kind of nesting ground for them? Maybe they really are cave dwellers. Oh my, look at that view. Well, we could dive down. No, we're never gonna have a better chance to get some scans. Come on. Don't make me get the grab trap. Yes, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Thank you. The Skyray has a bird-like head and feathered wings which enable it to fly. Skyrays are commonly found circling floating structures and rarely venture far out to sea. They will perch on dry land, but are prone to flee on approach. Although its wings give it some resemblance in silhouette to the waterborne rays on 4546b, analysis shows no greater genetic overlap with those species than the planetary average. In fact, the Skyray appears to have split off the evolutionary tree much earlier than most. Their diet is largely seed-based. Skyrays have not been observed diving for food, which implies they rely on land-based plants for their survival. Presence may indicate nearby dry land. I don't know where these lights are coming from, but they are pretty. You guys have a real good spot here. Don't let anybody tell you different. Oh, there's a cave entrance right over here. Actually, it's just alongside the stairs leading upward. Wait, no, we haven't been here before. Hang on, we may be on a pilgrimage yet. Oh no, it just leads right back into the abandoned base. Oh well. Huh, all that just right over here. It's crazy the things you find when you pull threads in a game like this. That's what I love about there being multiple ways to discover something. But we still come out fairly close to the prawn suit. It doesn't feel so close at a time like this. Can we slide ourselves down carefully? And yep. Ow. And yep. Well, that's on me. Anyway, even though I can see predators just salivating for me down there, we take the plunge into that world we know more intimately and head back to our sea truck. Imagine if there was somebody waiting in the sea truck, waiting for us to return to help us out, and then we just jump scare them coming from a completely different direction. Anyways. Yep. We may have found some cool things here, but not what we were looking for. However, Alan has told us where we can do such things, and there is one a kilometer in the other direction. That's a direction we haven't really explored very much, so I am eager to see what's out there. I mean, even though this is the 5th episode now, we've pretty much stayed entirely in the southeast quadrant of the map. But it's not like it hasn't been keeping us busy. It's not tunnel vision, it's just trying to open up every possible path we can find there. And, of course, some new ones along the way. What are you guys up to? Look at that! From above, it's like floating eyes staring at us from the abyss. You'd think you died and entered some kind of afterlife seeing that. Eye jelly. The eye jelly resides in deep waters. It is made of 3 distinct body sections: tentacles, the main body, and the bell. The end tentacles are covered in bioluminescent nodes, which attract prey. When the tentacles are touched, they emit a shock through specialized cells called cnidocytes? Cnidocytes. Within these cells are venomous harpoon-like structures called nematocysts, which are triggered by touch. The eye jellies gently drift with little locomotion, though they can track movement with their large, singular eye. Have you just been sitting there watching me this entire time? Who am I kidding? Of course you have. Hang on, are we seeing frost along the edge of our vision? Our thermals are actually going down here. This is cold water. How deep are we? 116 meters. And what material are you? Is that copper, maybe? Copper, yeah. Alright. Taking a little bit of a detour. I want to see what's over on this side. I don't know where I am exactly, but the beacons give me a rough idea. Check behind us for caves. Is there a cave? Nope, just a real deep pit. This is the deepest ice we've observed. Hang on, wait, I'm gonna surface for a little bit and see what's up here. Ah, There's one of those whole fish. It's like passing through a river canyon. Oh, is there something big down there? Nope, just weirdly loading. Alright, let's get as deep as we can. I'm telling you, games where you can freeform explore and are actually meant to get distracted may not be for me, because even though I enjoy the heck out of it, I'm going to have a really hard time keeping this organized now that we're in a whole new area. We are about to hit our limit, though. See, now this area is starting to feel a lot more like the original Subnautica. I'm thinking this may be as far as we can go. This is probably a map boundary. I don't even want to take the prawn down there, because we're not going to have any way to get back up if there's nothing for us to perch on. We can, however, always take the scenic route back. Look at that wall in front of us. That mighty glacier that extends all the way down to the seafloor, actually making contact. Alright, let's see what we can see. Can't help but think of the leviathans we'd see if I tried to go any further, even if I didn't go deeper. No, there's just a giant iceberg here. I mean, at what point do we just consider it an island?
Warning. Entering ecological dead zone. The prospect for survival is fast approaching zero.
Ow! What was that? Oh, it's one of you guys. Okay, you seem to be some kind of, like, frost variant. Well, let's get on out of here. He just took a big old bite out of me. I was like, it's okay, I'll stay close to the surface. Nope. We are simply not meant to go this way. Some games have invisible walls, some have minefields. This game has Reaper Leviathans. Although you're more like the one we saw over by the gardens. Remember how huge these things looked in the shallows? They seem almost normal sized here. But back into that river canyon. There must be something to do on the surface here, right? I mean, yeah, this is basically the worst way to navigate this area. But I just keep thinking, maybe we can climb on land somewhere. Do you know why I actually had that compulsion? This is a really weird memory, but I remember years ago when I was in like 6th grade, I was homesick and just really, really down. And I was just completely fever delirious, and I remember playing bully to try and pass some time, and I'm laying in bed totally out of it, and I just randomly decide, you know what, I'm gonna just swim out to sea and see how far I get. So I do, and it's taking forever, and I know there's no reward, but I'm just killing time. And I go around an island at the outskirts of the map, and I see an area where I can actually walk on shore. It's not just cliffside. And so I walk up there, and I find a pirate. Just like an old-fashioned Captain Feathersword pirate just walking around in the sand, and I run over and I beat the crap out of him, and it gives me a hat or something. I thought I was completely delirious from fever. I did not think that any of what I was seeing was real until I came back on later and saw that I still had the hat. What was I talking about? Oh, right. That's why I always try to find land in places where it looks like there isn't any. All tangents aside, I did spot an interesting little fissure in the ice back here. And it looks like you guys are congregating inside of it. Well, you know me, if I see a line, I have to find out what it's for. Let's be really careful not to bump into anybody while we're at it. It's becoming a bit of a tight squeeze. We haven't observed any offensive capabilities on these guys, but that doesn't mean we want to offend. Look at this. A narrow gap between the seafloor and the ice creates sort of a cave. Perfect spot for these guys to hide from predators. And there's still a path through here. Peepers, you guys are just everywhere, aren't you? Wow, this is starting to become kind of tight. We could bring out the prawn, or we could just take the sea glide. I have spare batteries. Let's go sea glide for now. Laser cut to release oxygen. Hang on, wait, we do have a laser cutter. No, wrong button. It does take some time. And some battery. There we are. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's just pockets of air trapped underneath all this. That is so cool. Ooh, and we can scan this ore vein. There's mining opportunities here. Resources behind loose rock. Copper and silver. Oh. Oh, there's things to be done here. Okay, I'll take a couple. We don't need all of this. But very, very good to have. I can't be the only one who loves this, right? I mean, look at this. We're just sitting in a comfortable little room under an ice glacier at the bottom of the ocean. Watching the little creatures that live here slither by, getting resources that I have exclusive mining rights to. It's just like the fairy tales Daddy used to tell me. Note, Daddy is an oil baron. And apparently I'm a 19th century child of wealth. What are you? Hydrothermal vent. I swear we've read this already, but we can use them to warm up if you'll have a look in the bottom. We may be flying too far from the sun by exploring these caves this way, but I imagine there's multiple entrances and exits. No, thing is, I don't know if we're able to turn around in here. So, just like a real truck, we need to find some room. Oh, what kind of resources are those in there? I may have gotten us stuck. Magnetite! We haven't even gotten this stuff yet! Magnetite is an iron oxide valued for its magnetic potential amongst other qualities. It is used in many Federation technologies, including sonar and torpedo systems, essential for advanced fabrication. Okay, well, we're taking all of that. Turning around has been quite the pain. Look at us swimming with our little group of buddies, the peeper and the bladderfish. Alright, but get out of the way. You don't want to be steamrolled by this thing. It significantly outclasses you in terms of weight, thus making it an unfair fight. Are there further downward areas? Not that I can see. Alright, I think this is how we're gonna have to hope to get out. I love this dark mode change. Being able to walk around in here when it looks like this, it really does feel like it's nighttime. Yep. Only the nighttime is indoors instead of out. Anything in here? More magnetite. Could always use more, considering I don't know where we find it. Let's do some scouting while we're at it. I see surface. Ooh, this surface may be contained entirely within the glacier. And there's new predators. Hang on, let's get some oxygen before we deal with you. Oh, somebody else has been here first. Look at you! You're somewhat amphibious. You actually walk with feet. These might be the first feet we've ever seen in Subnautica. Let's go try and get your autograph, I suppose. As bad of an idea as it may be. Oh no. Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad, Snowstalker. Snowstalker? Are you maybe evolved from the barracuda-like creatures we saw in the Kelp Forest in the first game? You've got a mighty roar to you. But ultimately it seems like your motivation is territorial rather than predatory, so that's good news. Snowfox fragment. Okay, hang on, wait. We need to get some heat. We need to get some heat. Let's get down to those vents.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Yep. Way ahead of you. We're gonna bring the sea truck up here and continue exploring this. Change of plans. Alien artifacts can wait. Sorry, Alan. Now that we have some alone time in the ultimate man cave, let's sit back here in our reading room and see what we've got. So many new things. But what we really want is to learn about the Snowstalker. There is a bit of a family resemblance. The Snowstalker is a bear-like evolutionary offshoot of the aquatic stalker native to the warmer aquatic biomes of 4546b. Snowstalkers are typically apex predators in their biomes. They operate in packs. You mean we got lucky only encountering one? And are primarily land-based creatures, but will enter the water to hunt and defend territory. Notable physical attributes: thick, hollow fur that secretes a thin layer of oil keeps the Snowstalker warm in Arctic climates. Modified dorsal fin aid in aquatic hunting. Cyan bioluminescence on the tongue and tail help the pack stay together during winter storms. Avoid: if entering Snowstalker territory is necessary, sources of bright light and unpredictable noises have been shown to deter attacks. Okay, so maybe we can try a flare against you? Oh no, we need Liam Neeson for this one. Out of my way, penguins. I'm far more advanced than you. Alright. I like to leave you poking up when we do this. Feels more natural that way. Now, I believe I saw blueprints for what may have been a new vehicle. And blueprints for what may once have been a new creature. Hello. Can we really not scan that? Okay, back to the place we know, though. Are you a new type of rock? Nope. Oh, wow, we are really losing heat quickly here. I'm hoping that these lights can lead us to a friendly base. One of 3. The Snowfox is a one-person hover bike, hello! Designed for fast traversal over a wide variety of terrain. While providing little protection for the pilot, the Snowfox can easily outmaneuver most threats, especially when upgraded with a jump module. Just don't try to take it over water. It's a high-speed hoverbike with an onboard headlight and will make you look cool. Other ground vehicles are rabbits in its headlights.
Hypothermia imminent.
That did not take long. Then again, we did just come out of the water, so I don't know what I expect. There's a cave down there. Yep. Oh, that's not deep enough. Oh, that's not safe enough. Alright then, let's try going the other way. Steam vent. These glacial steam vents, or geysers, are periodic intense hot water vapor eruptions that emerge from crevices in the ice sheet. The temperature of the steamy water eruption is hot enough to cause severe first-degree burns in any accidental bystander, though standard Altera multi-purpose dive suits are sufficient for averting skin damage. You mean we can stand right on you and be fine? That's what I took away from that. Very nice. Technology saves. We really don't have much ability to climb up uneven terrain. Okay, noted. Beware of fallen icicles. Ah. And it seems we do find some survivable level of warmth in the cave, even absent those lilies. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you and your young. Oh god, what was I thinking, wandering into a cave? What are you guys? Fevered pepper tree. The fevered pepper tree produces fruits with high levels of capsaicin, which helps raise body temperature and stimulates blood flow. You're spicy. Oh man, we are so full. But the main thing is that it adds to body temperature. Okay, we definitely want to bring these things back and start farming them, or just build a base here. Okay, we're running, and we're running, and we're running, and we're leaving you alone. Thank you very much. Now let's complete the Snow Fox. Oop, don't need to look at it again. Front vase plant. This species of terrestrial plant bioaccumulates iodine from salt frozen in the ice. As a result, these plants yield components that can be used in the chemical purification of non-potable water. I just love how every new location reveals pieces to the puzzle that you didn't even know were meant to be solved. Thankfully, these plants seem to be abundant here. Ooh. Ice stalagmite. I wonder what makes them glow if it's just ice. These ice stalagmites are inhabited by extremophilic bacteria capable of surviving and reproducing in freezing temperatures. This is possible thanks to antifreeze agents secreted by the bacteria, which keeps the cell environment in liquid state and prevents destructive ice crystal formation within. Marbled anemone. These terrestrial anemones are sustained via a commensal relationship with small clusters of fungi that feed off the anemone's slimy secretions. No way. It's like some kind of Arctic cherry blossom forest. It may be a dangerous, hostile world, but it simply never stops feeling like a snow globe, something made up. Frosticacia. This unusual multi-trunked tree is highly adapted to the harsh conditions of its glacial environment. Nutrient sources are infrequent and limited on the glacier, and these trees create fast-growing root systems that search out rocky material trapped in the ice. The dense foliage captures energy from the sun via photosynthesis, and provides a sheltered environment for the growth of its bioluminescent fruit. Oh my god! You know, you just had to go and ruin the moment. Alright, I saw some Altera tech over the other way, so let's go there and not in Jerk City. See if I care. Actually, I've completely lost track of where I was going. Hang on, never mind. I may need some additional time in Jerk City. Let's eat one of those fruits. I need it. It's not a building, but it's something. What were they doing out here? I mean, besides research. A flare. Water purification tablets.
Water purification tablets can create drinkable water as you explore the snowy surface.
Wait, does that mean we actually can use the snow for this? Or power cell. Snowfox jump module.
New technology acquired.
Okay, yes, we definitely need another base here. Because this is a whole thing. Ooh, and a first aid kit. Just what I wanted for Christmas. We need to warm up. Yep. That was not enough. Frosted sinew tree. Sinew? The frosted sinew tree is a large plant that collects bits of snow along its thick red stem. Snow is 90% air and can provide insulation, which helps prevent the formation of ice crystals in more vulnerable intersections of the tree. The surface of the snow eventually hardens into a layer of ice, but it still prevents the body of the plant from reaching dangerously cold temperatures. Fortunately, it does not do the same for me. Oh, it is so dangerous for me to be out here, and I could bring the prawn up. That's one possibility. I bet this thing could fistfight one of those stalkers. Another one of you. But once more, we don't have the ability to crouch. Or at least I don't think so. This whole thing is collapsed, but maybe there's a longer way around? There is so much. I need to figure out where we are on the map. Let's just be careful not to fall to our doom in the process. This takes us back to the entrance. And I think the entrance is where we shall build. It doesn't have to have all the creature comforts, just enough to keep us going. Having the fabricator module would negate the need for such things. But I'm sure we can make do with what we have. So, that habitat builder. Oh my god, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck! Maybe this isn't the best spot. We don't actually need the base if we have the prawn. Isn't the best thing, but it will have to do. I just gotta be careful not to step on any of these little guys. Once more, a hole we can't crawl through. And another as well. Alright, once more into a cave. Because it worked out so well the last time. Right, there's the little ones. There's got to be some reason to come here, right? Snow sucker fur! Well, that was a whole mauling. Okay, well, all you've told me is that I definitely need more of that. Get it? Get it? But what do we do with it? That's the question. The babies are cute. The babies are actually adorable. We can scan them. But Mama doesn't like us being around them. Okay. There's more, even deeper in the cave. Were some people on this expedition actually crazy enough to go set up shop in here? I almost didn't notice this because it's in such a dark crevice. What is... I don't like these sounds I'm hearing and the sudden change in ambiance. More water purification. What is this thing? Gotta thank Sam. From Sebastian. This cave is fascinating. There's some sort of biofluorescent fungus in here. When I shine my flashlight on them, they start to glow. It's beautiful. A relaxing moment on this barren planet. Also, I'm setting a reminder to thank Sam. She's been a bit down lately, but she really is amazing at what she does. She let me borrow an early spy pangling prototype to get into a couple of small spaces down here that I couldn't squeeze into. That's how we do it! We use the spy panglings! Maybe I'll get her an extra ration of dessert. Or give her some extra vending credits. She could use a pick-me-up. That's what it is. We shine a bit of light and we get a bit more in return. That is so cool. We could even get quartz from in there. More magnetite. We probably have about all we need for now. We could try and jump our way up here. Get silver and copper, which we don't need more of. Glow fungus. The glow fungus is commonly found in dark caves and is marked by its exhibition of biofluorescence, a unique ability to absorb and emit electromagnetic radiation. This is not to be confused with the process of bioluminescence, which many underwater life forms exhibit on planet 4546b. Bioluminescence is a chemical reaction caused by the molecule luciferin when exposed to oxygen. Ooh. I just almost slipped in an ice cave in the dark. Which is really a number of things going wrong all at once when you think about it. More silver and copper, those things seem to go together. Most use we've gotten out of the flashlight. It seems like down here there's enough of a glow that we can kind of last off of that. Are we full? We are not. And you're about to be full if I can't juke you. Nope, you didn't see me. I'm not even here, actually. I don't understand how you could be so wrong about having seen something. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. That sucks a whole heck of a lot. Oh, we came out on the complete other side. Well, at least we know that everything here is interconnected. Now we've got that. And we're back at the platform. Look, these things glow red at night. We're actually getting to see it now. There's another cave entrance here. I keep slipping and getting hurt. Nope. Nope-de-dope-de. That artifact is pretty close. Tell you what. Why don't we hide out among these guys? They'll shelter us for sure. Maybe if we come a little bit further back in their cave? Anywhere we see these bones, I have to imagine there's unfriendly things somewhere nearby. Titanium, yep. Yep. But look, there's plenty of copper, silver. We've got everything we need here. We just have to scavenge it in a different way from what we're used to. It took all this time, but it actually did fundamentally change its gameplay. Alright, look guys, I'm gonna do the coolest thing for you. What do you say? We upgrade your accommodations. Oh, we're not gonna be able to do it here. Wait, maybe? Oh, it can even be elevated. This is so dumb. I've never built a base above ground before, but like, why not? I wonder if it'll actually have need of oxygen. Oh, look at that! No, we totally can do this. It's totally intended, because if the entrance is jutting out, it'll have its own little staircase.
Weather approaching. Seek shelter.
I know just the thing. It even has a different door.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Wait, are you going to tell me that this thing is air... Okay, no. I was going to say, are you going to tell me this thing is airtight and I can actually suffocate here? Because that would be extremely funny. The real issue here is going to be getting quartz. Of course, we can always find some inside these caves, the last place I want to be. Once again, you did not see me. It sounds a lot like you did, but if we can lure you this way and come out the other end, we can take advantage of your primitive brain. There's another exit there. So being at this central location is good. There we go. We just need one more to make a fabricator. And a bunch more to make anything useful. Hug the walls. That'll confuse your pathfinding. Get inside. Please, just my kingdom for some quartz. If anything, it just goes to show that we need to bring some back. Oh right, I just remembered you were amphibious. Please don't exploit that against me. Oh, but we do potentially have a shortcut there. Wait. You have a dock here. And we can get some fiber mesh. It's not what we need right now. Oh god. Oh my god! Well, that all just simply sucks, doesn't it? Nope. Oh my god. As long as you can get far enough away, you're usually good. I'm just gonna stop. So these things must be some kind of receiver for the spy panglings, because we found these at every place where there's a place to crouch. There was one on the other island as well. I'm curious to know if you guys will even mess with me while I'm in the prawn. Ooh, there's another thing over here. Let's have a look at you. The cool thing about the prawn is that it's also heated, nice and toasty. You know what else is heated? My GPU. Let's go. More water purification. We'll leave this stuff for the time being. More fiber mesh. And another nutrient block. But there doesn't seem to be anything we can do with this one. We can use the fiber mesh. If we could build a fabricator to make health kits, we could do that. So, caves, huh? We've had great luck with bees. Parvon, he was part of the expedition. Security.
Strange place for a security bunker.
Did the person who worked here also live in storage?
Kind of. I thought that would close the door behind me, but I guess we can't have that luxury when these things are about. No way. And here we were building a base. You even kept your own sample of stalker fur. Photos on the wall of things further ahead, but that doesn't look good. Is it possible that this is where they found the frozen Leviathan? The one that had that type of virus, or bacteria, I suppose. Parvon's bed is surprisingly nerdy from what we've heard.
My dearest Adeline and Rosita. Not dearest. Who says that anymore? Adeline, Rosita. Everything on the mission is going very well. Do you see now? Your doubts were unfounded. I am loved here, and... no. Rosita will say, Papa, why do you have to brag all the time? Papa, it's embarrassing. I want to apologize. Okay, no, that's taking things too far. I know we didn't leave things on the best note, but I want you to know I love you and I miss you. I don't know why I say the things I say sometimes. They just come out. I was going to send you a message saying how great everything is here and how everyone loves me. I've had a promotion to a very important security dossier. I'm treated like a hero. But really, this is a cold, wet planet. The scientists are full of themselves. There's no action to speak of. The only thing I look forward to is weekly games of Alien Intruder, but more than that, of coming home to you. I am sorry for all the times I did not appreciate you, of our family, or the good life we had. And who am I kidding? I can't send this. What's the use?
Well, I can at least make sure they hear it. Family that doesn't necessarily appreciate you. You really showed them by recording that apology and dying.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay, I could definitely use a fridge. Now.
Vital signs stabilizing.
We really are actually out of water now. We've been out here so long, but that's okay because now we can get water from snow.
If you're not cheating, then you won't mind if I record this conversation. Is that right?
This
I
still
have nothing
going?
to hide.
Then what were you whispering about with Vin?
Nothing. That guy is so lawful good, it's annoying.
Wait, so you were trying to cheat?
But no cheating occurred, so what does it matter?
It matters to team morale. If you can cheat in the game, how can they trust you out there?
I'm sorry, did you feel left out? Perhaps you would like to make a deal.
Ugh, Parvin, no. You're shameless. You really never give up, do you?
I don't. That's true. Have a manual put that in my next eval. Very persistent.
Let's go see what you were working on, although I have a feeling I already know what that is. Wow, a fabricator can do some crazy things.
What happened here?
I sense many things here. Death among them.
Well, we're off to a great start then. Let's make sure this moment is right by turning off all of these beacons. Oh my god. Not only is that a real creature found encased in here, it seems to be infected with Kara. I mean, we knew that, but I thought it would be like a Reaper Leviathan, not just... Well, let's go scan it. It seems to be land-based. It kind of looks like those are maybe legs. Tusks. We are sure it's dead, right?
This was Sam's necklace. She never took it off.
Oh, that's just another scanner. Hers, I guess, but we don't need it now.
My investigation of the fire excavation site, including the cave entrance and surrounding area, revealed minor cosmetic damage to Altera survey equipment and significant structural damage to the natural cave entrance and supports. Resulting debris prevents cave access without heavy excavation equipment. Only foot access is currently possible. We are reporting 2 casualties, Pavan Ivanov and Samantha Ayu. Both bodies were found beneath the rubble at the cave entrance. Ivanov had just entered the cave. Footprints were still visible by the entrance. Deeper into the cave, Ayu appeared to have sustained a fall. Poor souls. What was Ayu doing? Nothing in her file suggests a history of vandalism or carelessness. And yet, I can only conclude that the cause of the collapse was employee negligence. We will need to investigate a possible connection to the explosive damage reported at Omega Lab. If there is a connection, who is responsible?
It appears that your sister's death was accompanied by significant destruction.
Doesn't make any sense. She would never destroy a base. Well, baselessly.
Are your feelings confused? I am detecting more than one.
I don't know. I feel disillusioned, worried. I thought I knew Sam better than I really did. When we were kids, I was always the one breaking and rebuilding things. She wouldn't even go into a bake sale without a plan. For classic oatmeal cookies, no less. So serious. She wouldn't have anything to do with my molecularly transformed caramel pretzel lumps.
Your mind goes easily to food. To distract you from your feelings.
Okay, I think that's enough mind reading for now. This wasn't negligence. That's not Sam. This was something else.
Well, I thought it was pretty clear. She wanted to make sure that what's in there never got out here, and more importantly, back to where we came from.
Calorie intake recommended.
Patrol log, excavation site, day 33, morning. I thought I saw something moving on the screen, but it was just that I sneezed. Wiped it off. Fred's not convinced the Leviathan is really dead, but I've never even seen it blink. Nevertheless, I am now undertaking the mandatory foot patrol. Inside the cave, confirming a whole lot of nothing. Creatures still dead. Cave still boring. I miss the mining site. At least you could talk to people. Oh, wait now. What's this? A rock! I found an interesting rock. That makes 3 this week. The others will be happy to have a friend. Concluding patrol. Perimeter secured. Nothing to report. End log.
So I'm not the only one to have the thought that this thing might not really be fully dead. Is that what I think it is? Spy pangolin fragment, yes!
New technology acquired.
We have it. The spy pangolin provides new avenues for researchers to access natural above-ground habitats. It is especially effective at maneuvering through spaces otherwise too small for humans. Penguins are highly active creatures who are protective of their young penguins. In order to better study these energetic denizens of the Arctic region, Altera scientists on 4546b had to think outside the base. A well-known phenomenon, the V casus principle asserts that in order to best study fauna, one must become the fauna. Scientists across the stars have used this basic principle to infiltrate and observe alien creatures of all sizes and dispositions. Doctors Casus, Curtis, Tucson, and Macbeth pioneered these accomplishments. Inspired by this, and after months of trial and error, first spy pangolin was crafted at Phi Robotics Center, bringing about a new era of exploration and excavation across all operating outposts. Warning: research to create a waterproof edition of the spy pangolin was halted due to compliance concerns. Currently, contact with water will result in complete system failure. Features include fully customizable outer shell to replicate any small bipedal creature, 2 all-terrain tracks for smooth movement over rough conditions, remote controller for operating at distances up to 80 meters away, atmosphere dependent, 4 storage slots so they can grab things, self-destruct option in case of danger or immobility, arm with 3-pronged claw for picking up samples, fully detachable camera with 180-degree rotation to observe spy pangolin and surrounds. Wait, that sentence is a little weird. The spy pangolin, sit back, relax, and let the robot do the hard work. I don't know, I'm a lot more hands-on. We don't need all this water purification, but we could potentially use some lubricant later on. An advanced wiring kit I will have. Where to go first? Do we take the elevator up? We can. It seems like we penetrated the ice at 2 different levels, above and below. Synthetic fibers, fiber mesh, silicone, rubber, it's all here. He said he's never seen it blink. What happens if we do? Stand by? Stand by for what? Insert sample requires injectable container to function. We can do some testing of our own? You know, in a game full of wow moments, it's really difficult to have a really standout jaw-dropper. In the first game, it was towards the end when we found the containment unit. This is kinda this game's that, I imagine. We can stand the frozen creature's skull. Frozen Leviathan skull. Lots of room for a brain, but it's mostly bone and fat. Kara infection pustule. Environmental conditions and subtle mutations suggest that this variant of the Kara bacterium's rate of transmission is somewhat lower than that of the widespread outbreak previously reported on 4546b. That's good. The bacteria's capacity to survive for a long period of time off of the Leviathan's corpse suggests highly efficient saprophytic properties. Scans indicate the pustules are merely the visible component of a dense bacterial network feeding off of the dead cells of Leviathan. Despite the risk, further research is recommended. So we need some way to retrieve that. Yep. Frozen creature's teeth. You're really tempting me here, huh? We are at jump scare alert 5. Sharp teeth for tearing through flesh and bone. I don't know what Parvon is talking about. I can't help but feel watched when I'm in that room. A prawn? Don't suppose we can use it ourselves. Hydrochloric acid. Perhaps we can learn how to make it? Frozen creature's claws. We've researched the entire frozen Leviathan. We found this thing buried in the glacier. gave someone a hell of a fright. Turns out it was walking around 1,000 years ago when it fell through the ice. It was infected with the Kara bacterium, the aggressive disease which wiped out the architects, and almost life on the planet. It is unclear whether the mutated Kara pustules present are responsible for the ultimate demise of the creature. Since the enzyme cure was released on 4546b, the bacterium has been all but eliminated. Rare specimens like these provide our only live source. Research on the bacterium has been transferred to the secure Omega laboratory, while further research on the creature will be conducted at the excavation site. So you shift this stuff around. The claws evolved to retain traction on the ice, so it was a surface dweller. Even if it does get out of this thick ice, it's trapped down here, right? Yeah, you were just in the process of mining your way through, but you're compromised, I think. You look to be damaged. So that's the next place we need to go. We probably need to go to the Omega Lab and bring back stuff to put into that sample examiner. Okay, we need to get out of here. I think I've done about all I can do for now, but this would be a great time to check our maps. So if we go here... Wait, no, I've had it all wrong. This is the mining base over here. I think you can see my mouse cursor. Which means there's something more in this direction and something more over here. That, Omega, is where we can find the research facility. Oh, there's some more supplies around the corner in this cave. Ow. I'm really annoyed that it injures me every time I get out. Fiber mesh, lubricant, first aid. This is all just good to have stuff that you can't really get here otherwise. The only thing is that my limiting factor is still quartz. There is still value in building a self-sufficient base here. It gives... like, this landscape will give us most of what we need, but we need a fabricator first. Hello, you guys had one of these going up here? That is so annoying. Have we climbed this way? Some more titanium. Some more boxes. The game just crashed. Okay. Let's all just be cool. You don't really seem to want to square up with me, which is wise. But I need to figure out where that ladder was. There we go. Flare. More things to explore up here. This whole glacial outpost is kind of the gift that keeps on giving. And its final gift may be some ice straight to the face. Lots more magnetite. Maybe I should just stock up. It's in abundance here, but this is the only place I've found it. And navigating here isn't exactly easy. Great, another cave. Please, just let me jump up. Thank you. YOLO! Don't get caught on the terrain. Don't let this be a dead end either. Yep. Okay, I'm leaving. No, when I'm not wanted. It's just that, you know what they say, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Oh, there's another piece of quartz, which means we have what we need for the next stage of the base construction. Now for this, we may need to be able to climb on top of this structure. There we are. Ow. and build ourselves first order of business. Solar panel. Solar panel is even more important than the fabricator. We can come back with stuff, but it's got to have some power before you can even use a fabricator. There we are. And we just need to get back here with a whole haul of quartz. But that'll be in the future. This game is something else, and I just can't help but think about how far away from Earth all this is. How all of this should be so far from any of humanity's problems, and yet, here we are. We can't help but explore. What we're doing here is just an extension of the entire species doing what it does. I do have to wonder if Alan isn't just a little bit impressed with us in some ways. Honestly, with Robin, I really couldn't think of a better representative. I guess we should thank our lucky stars he didn't encounter Emmanuel first. I can't believe this whole thing, this whole thread we've been pulling has only been because we found this before we managed to get to that signal we were heading towards. This game is just distractions on top of distractions, and it's great for it. Issue now is going to be navigating out of here. I think I'm going to need you guys to move out of the way here. We could gently boop you, but you don't seem to get the message. Is that the way out? Because if so, that's really annoying. I definitely don't want to try and skate past you on the Sea Glide. Oh, okay, we can go out this way. I thought I had seen something to this effect. Here we are. That beautiful little habitat we saw coming in, it turns out, was basically just the entrance to something else altogether. Well, thank you for letting us use your doorway for a while. Now, this artifact Z13 is only 400 meters away, so even though I'm approaching the end of my record time, and this is already going to be a longer one, I think we have time to at least go see what it is. This is only 50 meters down. I don't believe it. It's so dark, these huge creatures. Only 50 meters. But this too is in amid the ice. This may be it for the old sea truck. Maybe? I don't feel good about this. I don't know if I'll be able to get it back out if I go in too far. But I'm sure the prawn can manage it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Our people explored this place as well. Every time I think I'm exploring something new, I find out that this stupid research team has already been here. Almost like they had a whole team and way more time than me. Okay, so how do we get up there then? There's a tiny sliver of land here. Alright. Well, I guess we really didn't need the prawn then. Pouch bulb. The pouch bulb grows in clusters with an intertwining root system that filter water into its pouch. The root system has antifreeze proteins that prevent the formation of ice crystals in intracellular structures. Once the water is pulled into the pouch, it is stored for later use. However, the pouch is also lined with antifreeze properties, making its contents unfit for human consumption. Well, unless you want to poison your neighbor or something.
With this artifact, I am again able to trace the imprint of my people. They survived for a time, but then their presence becomes faint.
I'm really looking forward to knowing what this is. They seem to be some kind of, like, networked banks. Energy generator.
New technology acquired.
And now we have the ion battery, which means we now have earned the right to have a headlamp. Dude, I was using those to read in bed when I was 10. We need alien technology for that? Scans indicate that this array of alien hardware serves to accumulate and quickly release megajoules of energy, and is charged by ion cubes stored within. These supercapacitors may be used to smooth transient power events on the conduits connecting various architect sites. Alright, well, I'll take a couple of those. Being able to use ion batteries in all our tools would give us a good use for these things. Hopefully we can find a generator for them like in the first game. I do get the impression that I'm supposed to have been taking these things with me all the time. It's just, I don't know. Kind of feels like grave robbing. I've always been averse to taking them. Are we out of water? We actually are. Huh, we can't mess around with anything without a fabricator. Well, I guess we were in the right direction anyway. Look at this. In the daylight, with the storm having passed, we can see this huge bridge over here. Collapsed, seemingly. But there is more to be found. I don't even know what to say.
Calorie intake recommended.
Yeah, I really just can't stay here. Quartz, we can use that. Violet snow cone, what do we learn from you? The violet snow cone is a large surface plant that gradually sheds its stem, creating a melted appearance at the base. Over time, the shedded material begins to harden, creating a thick protective shell around the stem of the plant. This shell creates an obstacle for animals trying to get to its nutritious flower and water-rich interior. Hang on. Will a knife do it? No, sadly not. Okay. Alright, they did a lot here. They did a lot here on the upper levels. But unfortunately, I'm just too worn down to actually effectively explore right now, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to make a run back to base, build some technologies, and then come straight back here. But all that will have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. Oh. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Guys, I don't understand. I mean, I know it has positive reviews, but how can you not like this game?